So after Peter's big reveal, an assassin tries to take him out but tragically hits Aunt May instead. With May fighting for her life, Peter rushes her to the hospital. After making sure she gets medical help, Peter heads back to the crime scene. He's determined to find the shooter and starts by trapping a cop in his web to thoroughly search the place. Eventually, he discovers a rifle scope that leads him to a warehouse. Entering the warehouse, Peter's dead serious. He's had it with playing by the rules. His sole focus is on finding the shooter. Meanwhile, Aunt May's condition isn't improving, adding to Peter's frustration. Deciding to take a different approach, Peter heads to a building he's avoided for a while. There, he retrieves something he stashed away, a symbol that the rules don't apply anymore, that he won't stop until he finds those responsible for shooting Aunt May. Peter goes through criminals, asking around until he gets the info he needs. Finally, at Grand Central Station, he spots the shooter and immediately takes action. He jumps on the guy before he can even draw his weapon. Peter doesn't hold back. He wants the shooter to feel what it's like to be hunted. He beats him up, demanding to know who hired him. Peter's ready to end it fast if the shooter cooperates, but he's also willing to make it excruciatingly painful if the guy hesitates. So just as the shooter was about to spill the beans, he got shot. Quick thinking by Peter, though, he tagged the shooter with a tracker and followed the signal, leading him to a guy. Peter grabbed the man's phone and warned Kingpin that he was coming for him. He took the guy along to make a point. His family was off limits, and he was the real predator. After saying his goodbyes to Aunt May and Mary Jane, Spider-Man gets ready for revenge. He suits up in his black costume while Kingpin gears up in his own suit. They're both geared for a showdown in the prison. As Peter sneaks in, the prisoners gather to see the fight. Spider-Man lands dramatically in front of Kingpin, but when Kingpin tries to chat, Spider-Man doesn't engage. Kingpin tries to rile him up, calling him names and mocking his life. Spider-Man doesn't hold back. He crashes down on Kingpin, who struggles to stand up, mocking Spider-Man's loss of humor and everything he stood for. But Spider-Man keeps hitting him hard, leaving Kingpin reeling from the barrage of strikes. Spider-Man goes all out on Kingpin. He declares he's not there to kill, but to make a point. Taking off his mask, Peter lands a powerful punch, fueled by his anger for the man who hurt his loved one. He's focused, not on entertaining the crowd, but solely on this guy who caused so much pain. He throws Kingpin around, calling him out for his wealth and cruelty, claiming that at the core, Kingpin's just a powerless man with a big ego. As Kingpin tries to fight back, Peter easily takes him down, hitting him repeatedly in front of everyone. Despite Kingpin's fear, Peter decides not to kill him. Instead, he makes a terrifying threat, using web fluid to simulate suffocation, but ultimately stopping at the last second. He wants Kingpin to know that he's already done something far worse than beating him. With the whole prison as witnesses, Peter sends a clear message to all the criminals there. If they dare touch his family, they'll face a painful and slow death. He warns Kingpin to pray for Aunt May's survival because if she doesn't make it, he'll be back to finish the job. The intense moment was witnessed by everyone, spreading the word that Peter means serious business when it comes to protecting his loved ones. So that was all for today's video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Stay tuned for further updates and exciting stories. See you next time.